Welcome back. We are going to discuss today about salts and their family. We have already discussed about the acids and bases in the previous videos, and now let us try to understand more about the salts, their features. You have already known that salts are the product of acid-base neutralization reactions. When acid-base reacts together, they form salt and water. But all these salts are not of the same kind or belong to the same family. The salts may be classified into different family depending on the common cations or anions. You know that salt has two basic constituents. Salt has two basic constituents, that is basic radical and the acid radical. Let us try to understand. See here, you know the molecular formula of NaCl or say copper sulfate. These are the molecular formula of salt. Now NaCl contains two constituents, that is Na plus and Cl minus. Similarly, copper sulfate Cu2 plus SO4 2 minus. You know that positively charged constituent or the element of the salt is known as cations and negatively charged ions are called anions. Cationic parts are derived from the base, whereas anionic parts are derived from acids. That is why cationic parts are called basic radicals also, and similarly the anionic parts are called acid radicals. See here, Na plus and Cu2 minus Cu2 plus Na plus and Cu2 plus means sodium ion and potassium ion are cations. They are derived from bases. That is why they are called basic radicals. Whereas Cl minus and SO4 2 minus are anions derived from acids. So they are called acid radicals. Acid radicals. What do we mean by family of a salt? Suppose that you are given number of salts which have common ions like cations or anions, then the salts belonging to the family of that element which have common ion among all the given salts. For example, if we are given the different salts of sodium, means sodium is a common ion, common basic radical among all these, then the different salts will be named the members of sodium family or the salts of the sodium family, such as NaCl, see here, NaCl, Na2SO4, NaNO3, Na3PO4, whole Na3PO4, PO4, NaBr, NaI, etc. See here, these are the chemical formulas of different salts of sodium, that is NaCl, sodium chloride, Na2SO4, sodium sulfate, NaNO3, sodium nitrate, Na3PO4, sodium phosphate, NaBr, sodium bromide, NaI, sodium iodide, and so many salts of sodium can be written here or can be given to you to classify them as a particular family, salts of particular family. So you observe here, in all these chemical formulas of salts, sodium is a common ion among all these. So these compounds or the salts, these salts may be considered as the salts of sodium family, salts of sodium family. In the same way, if we write copper CuSO4, CuCO3, CuCl2, CuNO3 whole 2, CuPO4, Cu3PO4 whole 2, etc. In all these families of salts, copper is the common ion. Copper is the common ion. So these compounds or these salts belong to the copper family. We may say that these are the salts of copper family. So in the same way, here you have already seen that cations are common among all these salts. In the same way, there may be combination of or collection of salts among which the anions may be common. See here, NaCl, KCl, MgCl2, CaCl2, BaCl2, AlCl3, CuCl2, and so on. In all these salts, NaCl, KCl, MgCl2, CaCl2, BaCl2, AlCl3, CuCl2. These are the different salts having same common anions, that is chloride anions. So we may say that these are the salts of chloride family. We may say that these are the salts of chloride family. Similarly, if we write Na2SO4, Na2SO4, K2SO4, ZnSO4, CuSO4, Al2SO4 whole thrice, AlPO4, etc. In all these chemical formulas, in all these salts, chemical formulas of the salts, sulfates are the common anions. Sulfates are the common anions. So we may say that these salts belong to the sulfate family. These salts belong to the sulfate family. So by knowing about these families of salts, I think you have understood that what are the families of salts. The salts having common anions are said to belong to the family of anionic components, and having the common cations are said to belong to the cationic family. Just now let us try to understand another classification of salts. Salts may be of different kinds. One of the class of salts depend on their origin. Means from which type of acids and bases are they formed or derived, and what are the behaviors of these salts when they are dissolved in aqueous medium, means water. So depending on the nature of the salts, salts are classified into three categories. Three categories. What are these? These are acidic salts, basic salts, and neutral salts. What are the types of salts? Acidic salts, basic salts, and neutral salts. Now let us try to understand one by one. What do we mean by acidic salts? Acidic salt means the salts whose aqueous solution shows the acidic behavior. I think you may be confused here, because you have already known that salts are formed by the neutralization of acids and bases. So if acids neutralize bases and bases neutralize acids, then the salts must be acidic or basic in neutral in nature, because salts are the neutralization products of acid and base. but this is not the real fact. This is not the real fact. Salts and their behavior depend on the type of acids or the strength of acids and bases from which they have been formed. So let us first try to understand what is acidic salts. Acidic salt or salts are those salts which have been formed or generated by the neutralization reaction between strong acids and weak bases. I think you already know that strong acids are those acids which, when dissolved in water or aqueous medium, get ionized completely. Means if you have taken 100 molecules of a particular acid, all the 100 molecules get ionized into the component anions and cations, just like sodium chloride. Sodium chloride dissociates or ionize completely whatever be the number of molecules taken initially to be dissolved in water, all of them get ionized into Na plus and Cl minus. But when the acids like carbonic acid or other organic acids like acetic acid, formic acid, propanoic acid, ethanoic acid and so on, all these acids are weak acids because their molecules are not completely ionized in aqueous medium. When the ionization of a strong acid takes place, this ionization is unidirectional, and it is called irreversible. No equilibrium is set up between the ionized and unionized molecules. But in case of weak acids, there exists an equilibrium between ionized molecules, means ions, and the unionized molecules. Both remain associated in the same way. Bases are also of two types, means a strong base and weak base. A strong bases are those whose molecules get ionized completely when dissolved in aqueous medium, just like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. This sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxides are a strong bases. Their molecules get ionized completely into the aqueous medium, means when dissolved in water. But bases like ammonium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, these are weak bases because their entire molecules do not ionize in aqueous medium. So I think you have already understood that what are a strong acids and a strong bases. So let us come to the main point. What are acidic salts? So the acidic salts are those salts which are formed by the neutralization reaction between a strong acid and weak base. Just like sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate is a salt which are formed between the reaction among the or between the sodium hydroxide and carbonic acid H2CO3. This is a salt of a strong base and weak acid. On the other hand, acidic salts are those which are formed by the reaction between a strong acid and weak base, just like NH4Cl, ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride is an acidic salt. How? It is formed by the reaction between ammonium hydroxide, which is a weak base, and HCl, which is a strong acid. So when HCl reacts with ammonium hydroxide, it forms ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride can be understood as an acidic salt. What does it mean? When ammonium chloride is dissolved in water, we get acidic solution. Although it is a salt solution, but it gives the acidic behavior. Means if we dip blue litmus in the aqueous solution of ammonium chloride, we get the blue litmus turned red. Means this is the test of acid solution. Why it has happened so? It is because when ammonium chloride is dissolved in aqueous medium, their molecules get ionized. But ionization products are ammonium ions and chloride ions. The hydrolysis of the molecules takes place, as a result of which there is an excess of H plus ions in the solution as compared to the cations. How? When ammonium chloride is dissolved in water, they get hydrolyzed to generate their original acids and bases, means ammonium hydroxide and HCl. In this resultant solution, the concentration of H plus ions due to the ionization of HCl is much more as compared to OH minus ions, which are generated by the hydrolysis of NH4OH. Why? Although their molecules are unimolecular, but the degree of ionization of HCl, being a strong acid, is 1. Means 100% molecules get ionized. But on the other hand, NH4OH does not ionize completely. That is why at any concentration, the concentration of OH minus ions is less than the concentration of H plus ions in the solution. That is why the H plus ions exceeds the H plus ions exceed the OH minus ion and imparts its dominant character to the resultant solution, aqueous solution, and that is why the solution appears acidic in nature. So, I think you have already understood. Now let us try to understand the basic salt. Basic salts are those salts which are formed by the neutralization reaction between a strong base and weak acids. So a strong base and weak acids, just like a strong base NaOH and weak acid acetic acid CH3COOH. When these two acids and bases react together, they form the resultant product, that is sodium acetate. Now when sodium acetate is dissolved in water, they also get ionized, but being the salt of a strong base and weak acids, the concentration of OH minus ions is greater than the concentration of concentration of H plus ions at any instant of time. But how these had happened? When acetic acid get ionized, they form an equilibrium between the ionized and unionized molecules. But in case of NaOH, no equilibrium is established. So at any instant of time, the concentration of OH minus ion is greater than H plus ions, and the resultant solution will be basic in nature, and it can be tested if we dip a red litmus into the solution which gets turned blue. This is the indication of basic nature of the solution. So the salts of a strong base and weak acids are called basic salts. Now let us try to understand neutral salt. I have already said that neutral salts are formed by the combination of or neutralization of a strong acids and a strong bases. Suppose that HCl, which is a strong acid, and NaOH, which is a strong base, are allowed to react with each other. What happens? They form sodium chloride and water. Now sodium chloride is a salt of a strong acid and a strong base. When sodium chloride is dissolved in water, they get ionized into Na plus and Cl minus ions. Since both are a strong acids and bases, so their molecules get ionized completely, and ultimately they have the same number of H plus ions and OH minus ions. That is why they get neutralized and form the acidic salts. If we add either red litmus or blue litmus to the aqueous solution of sodium chloride, no effect will be observed. So these are all about the different types of salts. Thank you very much. More will be discussed in next video. Thank you very much.